Hi everyone, Eli Glazer here and welcome to this week's video podcast. So I want to speak about an interesting topic, the connection between a healthy rabbi and a riderless horse. Like, what's going on here? So last week I had the wonderful privilege of speaking at the Rabbinical Council of America's annual convention in Stamford, Connecticut. And the topic of the convention was a healthy rabbi. And they brought me in to present on the topic of the synergy between the body and soul. How taking care of ourselves, our eating, proper nutrition can impact our emotional health and our spiritual health. So the synergy between the body and the soul really is connected and impacts us, enabling us to fulfill our roles in life and to maximize the opportunities we have in this world, personally, with our families, professionally, and globally as well. And that was one of the ideas that they really wanted the rabbis in attendance to walk away with. So what's this have to do with a riderless horse? So perhaps you're familiar, it was a very famous story, the Preakness race, which is a horse race which took place a week and a half ago, one of the three races in the Triple Crown. Bod Express, one of the horses, as soon as it got out of the gate, it bucked so high that it dropped its rider. And it went around the racetrack riderless. So all the other horses in the race, right, it's one of the top races of the year, are riding and the jockeys are on the horse and they're whipping them and trying to get the most out of the horse. And here's this horse without a rider and he's following along with them. Now you would think a horse without a rider, it's going to go this way, that way, but it's not. It's following along. That horse was so well trained that it was able to follow along with the rest of the horses. Now you might think, well, if that's the case, it should have won the race. Why? Because all the other jockeys, now jockeys aren't big people, on purpose. They weigh maybe 100, 110 pounds. But you would think this horse is not carrying that extra 100 pounds. So it's lighter, it has less of a weight, so therefore it should be able to go faster. But it didn't. In the end, it, I think, finished last. Why is that? So here's, I think, a very important insight for all of us, not just rabbis, that our body and our soul are likened to a horse and a rider. The body is the horse, and the soul is the rider. And our body has desires and it can be trained, but without direction, without clear guidance and being steered and being focused in where we need to go, the body with our feelings and our impulsivity and spontaneity, especially in our relationship with eating and food, can go all over the place. But the more we train ourselves, the more we can stay in line and stay on track. And that's what we want to do. And that's certainly one of the goals in developing a healthy relationship with food and what we try to impart to our clients in the Surveyor solution. But you would think if that's the case, maybe the body can do it on its own. But it can't. It needs the soul. It needs the rider for direction, even though the soul, you might think, is a burden. It's a burden for us to have boundaries. It's a burden for us to have direction, to have limitations, to have priorities, and not just to act as we want, whenever we want, with whatever we want. We oftentimes we see it as a burden, and we want to throw off that jockey, right, and just want to have free rein. But in the end, as well trained as we might be, we're still not going to get to the destination nearly as well, as efficient, or as fast as if we have that rider on us. If we understand the soul is not a burden. Our priorities, our goals in life, acting in a way with food that is in concert with what's most important to us, in the end will get us to our finish line fastest, in the easiest and the happiest way. And that will enable us to win our own personal race. So that's the connection between a healthy rabbi and a riderless horse. So wishing everyone a wonderful week, and as much as your body might want to buck, don't let go of the reins, and you'll get to your finish line too. Thanks for watching.